In Pima County, the debate concerning a federal grant for border security is far from over. Cronkite News reporter Abdel Jimenez is tracking the story. Abdel?
Thank you, Bryce. Earlier this month, the Pima County Board of Supervisors rejected a $1 million grant. The decision comes at the heels of a public outcry over how those funds were being managed. I traveled to Tucson to see what happens now.
Politics and public safety should not intersect one another.
However, the two topics continued to create debate after the Pima County Board voted against a $1.4 million federal grant known as Operation Stone Garden, aimed at providing resources for border patrolling. Now, Pima County Sheriff Mark Napier has to find another way to get funding.
I'd so much rather spend the money the federal government was nearly begging me to take to add public safety to my county than to have that on the backs of the taxpayers.
The Sheriff's Department has already used about half the grant to pay for things like overtime and equipment. Meanwhile, Richard Elias is one of the board members who voted against it back on September 4th. He says his decision was based on concerns over the recent cases of family separations at the border and the public outcry over the perception that the sheriff was cooperating with federal law enforcement.
I think our sheriffs should be patrolling Pima County streets and protecting Pima County residents as opposed to doing immigration enforcement.
Napier disagrees.
We do not have federal immigration enforcement power, period.
We are a community that does not stand for this type of funding to go into our community to dehumanize our people.
The debate has rippled into local politics in Pima County, generating strong backlash from residents. Despite losing this grant, Sheriff Napier says his department will continue to focus on providing safety and security near the border, aside from the political back and forth.
So we need to separate all this rhetoric and all this heated language and all this divisiveness and really look at this a very realistic and pragmatic view. This is about public safety, it's about national security, it's about human rights.
All activities surrounding Operation Stone Garden will cease within the next 2 weeks. In the Broadcast Center, Abdel Jimenez, Cronkite News.